Trump lobbies pushed to topple President-elect Joe Biden's success of the administration on Saturday by excusing a firmly watched claim that tried to negate a huge number of Pennsylvania votes. It isn't in the intensity of this court to disregard the Constitution, Judge Matthew Brown of the U.S. District Court in the Middle District of Pennsylvania composed on Saturday in a shrinking choice. Hours after the last round of filings for the situation came in, the adjudicator wholeheartedly dismissed the Trump lobby's endeavor to toss out the Pennsylvania vote. Taking note of that, Biden has won the state and results will be affirmed by state authorities on Monday. Biden has an edge of in excess of 81,000 votes in the state. In the United States of America, this can't legitimize the disappointment of a solitary elector, not to mention all the citizens of its sixth most populated state. Our kin, laws, and establishments request more, the appointed authority composed. At base, plaintiffs have neglected to meet their weight to express a case whereupon help might be allowed. In spite of the fact that the case was in every case very far-fetched to succeed. President Donald Trump's benefactors and legitimate group, and especially his own lawyer Rudy Giuliani, had placed their faith on the government judge in Pennsylvania, giving some believability to their doubts of extortion and engaging Trump's endeavor to topple the mainstream vote in favor of Biden. In any case, Brown, a long-term and notable Republican in Pennsylvania, can't. Shortly after the decision came down, Republican Senator Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania congratulated Biden as the president-elect, breaking from party leaders and a vast majority of congressional Republicans who continue to back Trump's efforts to challenge the results. This was essentially the last major case seeking to throw out or block enough votes that could swing a key state in Trump's favor. And Brown's decision on Saturday is at least the 30th loss or withdrawal of a case from the Trump campaign and its allies since Election Day. There have only been 2 wins in court for Republicans, about very small numbers of votes. Plaintiffs asked this court to disenfranchise almost 7 million voters. This court has been unable to find any case in which a plaintiff has sought such a drastic remedy in the contest of an election. In terms of the sheer volume of votes asked to be invalidated, Brown wrote Saturday. In the case, Trump's legal team led by Giuliani had attempted to claim that the equal protection rights of 2 Pennsylvania voters were violated because the state had allowed counties to decide whether absentee ballots sent in with technical problems could be fixed by the voters. The 2 voters in the lawsuit said that in their counties, they were not allowed to cure their ballots, and thus had their ballots rejected, while other counties, like heavily Democratic Philadelphia County, allowed voters to cure absentee ballots. That discrepancy, they claimed, meant that Pennsylvania's election results in their entirety should be blocked by court order, which theoretically could deprive Biden of the state's 20 electoral college votes. Brown called the lawful thinking behind the Trump lobby's equal protection guarantee Frankenstein's monster. The response to discredited polling forms isn't to negate millions more, Brown composed. Brown additionally reprimanded the Trump lobby for introducing no genuine proof of citizen misrepresentation or different charges, proof that Giuliani and Trump's allies have more than once said is in progress yet has never emerged. Decisions authorities in different states, just as judges have said there was no far-reaching extortion in the 2020 political race. Giuliani, who had cleared into the case ultimately in front of a meeting on Tuesday before Brown, has been broadly scrutinized for disregarding legitimate thinking, driving a group that is committed messy errors in its filings, and for pushing counterintuitive and unwarranted cases of scheme against Trump in Democratic-inclining urban communities. One may expect that when looking for such an alarming result, an offended party would come considerably furnished with convincing legitimate contentions and real confirmation of wild defilement, to such an extent that this court would have no choice except for to unfortunately give the proposed injunctive help regardless of the effect it would have on such an enormous gathering of residents. That has not occurred, Brown added. All things being equal, this court has been given stressed legitimate contentions without merit and theoretical allegations, unpulled in the employable grumbling and unsupported by proof. The provinces in the state are booked to ensure their political race results on Monday. The appointed authority said any further thought of this issue would unduly defer goal of the issues with respect to accreditation, and he shut the case. His request on Saturday takes note of that the Trump lobby can't attempt to restore their cases in a rejiggered adaptation of the claim. The Trump lobby on Saturday night said they would offer Brown's decision, and rapidly, with the aim of taking the case to the U.S. Supreme Court. Toomey arose as an uncommon Republican voice so far recognizing Trump's lawful roads have reached a conclusion with the present choice by Judge Matthew Brown, a long-lasting moderate Republican whom I know to be a reasonable and impartial legal advisor, to excuse the Trump lobby's claim. President Trump has depleted all conceivable legitimate alternatives to challenge the after-effect of the official race in Pennsylvania, the GOP congressperson said in an assertion. These turns of events, along with the results in the remainder of the country, affirm that Joe Biden won the 2020 political race and will turn into the 46th President of the United States. Mike Gwynn, a representative for Biden, applauded the choice to excuse the claim. The appointed authority's decision couldn't be more clear. Our kin, laws, and foundations request more, and our nation won't endure Trump's endeavor to turn around the after-effects of a political race that he unequivocally lost, Gwynn said in an assertion. Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro likewise applauded the choice in an assertion Saturday night. These cases were meritless from the beginning, and for a group of people of one, the desire of individuals will win. These outlandish claims need to end, he said.